Hello! This lesson is about questions in the passive voice. This is Easter Island. It's in the Pacific Ocean, more than 2,000 miles from the coast of South America. Easter Island is known for its huge statues. Their average height is more than 13 feet, or almost 4 meters. Over the centuries, scientists have asked a lot of questions about these statues. For example, were the statues carved from stone? Were they all moved to their final place on the island? Why were the statues built? How were they carved? What were they used for? Today, scientists have the answers to most of these questions, but some facts about the Easter Island statues are still unknown. Let's start with a short review. We use the passive voice when the performer of the action is obvious, unknown, or not important. For example, Easter Island is known for its huge statues. Some facts about the Easter Island statues are still unknown. In these sentences, it's obvious that the performer of the action is people, so we don't need to include that information. Now let's talk about questions in the passive voice. First, let's look at yes/no questions. Were the statues carved from stone? Were they all moved to their final place on the island? Passive yes/no questions begin with the form of be in any tense. The subject comes next, followed by the past participle. For example, were the statues carved from stone? Was the statue moved? The answers to passive yes/no questions are just like the answers to active yes/no questions. For example, yes, they were. Yes, it was. No, they weren't. No, it wasn't. Information questions in the passive voice begin with WH words or how, followed by a form of be, the subject, and a past participle. Why were the statues built? How were they carved? What were they used for? Answers to information questions can be long or short. The long answer may have a passive voice verb. For example, question, how were the statues carved? Long answer, they were carved by hand. Short answer, by hand.